So what's going on with College-Glen Real Estate in Sacramento? We're at the beginning of the summer here. The market, it's finally starting to seem like things are moving as we start progressing into the summer. Usually the market kind of starts a little bit earlier in the year. We had kind of the war in Iran begin. That seemed to maybe put a pause on the market as we were starting to build up that early spring momentum. We kind of had a little bit of a lull. It seems like it's picked back up here now. And so we're going to talk about what's going on in the market right now. And we're going to go over the stats for May 2026. We're in June, so we're going to talk about what happened in May. We're in May right now, and so we're going to take a look at what closed in April and then talk about maybe what's moving forward for the month of June as well. Okay, as you can see there, in April we had 7 houses that closed escrow. I think we're going to have a decent number for May when we get to those closings as well. But you can see the bulk of our market, it's kind of been in the mid 400s to about 600, and this month we're kind of pushing the envelope there on the pricing on some of these. So we've got the one on Waterglen there on Waterglen Circle that needed a lot of work. That was a major fixer, and so that one sold for 485. Gosh, this one on Grinnell, it's been on the market, look at that, 484 days on the market. That's the definition of it was overpriced. It did not show well. They did a lot of work. I think they replaced the roof. I think they replaced the flooring at one point in time. They lowered the price. Eventually they were able to get it finally in line with the market on that there. And then you can see, a few in the mid 500,000 range there, and then a couple pushing over 600. And then take a look at that one on Caribbean Way. It just goes to show if it's priced right and it shows well, and it's the right timing. They had a couple of offers. It was just a great property. One of the larger models in the neighborhood in a great location with a pool. It looked real good, and you can see there it went wild and went for $720,000. So definitely kind of a high water mark for the neighborhood right there on that one. But you can see kind of the bulk there was mid 500s to low 600s there for the month of April. So yeah, the market's kind of picked up a bit in the neighborhood. I've got one closing at the end of May myself right now. I had a number of offers on that property. I'll share more about it next month when it actually closes. I can go in more detail on that. But yeah, the interest rates, they've been bouncing around. We got down to 6 at one point, and then they've shot up, and they came back down. They've shot up again recently. So I think we've got a lot of buyers that they're understanding that rates are kind of in the mid to low 6s, and that just is what it is, and they're going to be bouncing around and fluctuating. I don't think anything's going to be happening drastically in the exact near future, as long as we've got the concerns with the war in Iran as far as gas prices and worry about inflation. We're probably going to continue to have rates just remaining in that range there. So we've got buyers that they understand rates are what they are and they want to buy, but they're being picky. They're being selective. They're not just going after anything. If it needs a bunch of work, they're not going to be paying top dollar. But if it's priced right, it shows really good, it's a great property, it's to be expected. Take a look at the days on the market that we had on those properties that closed 3 days, 4 days, 7 days, 10 days, 4 days, 3 days. There's buyers out there and it will move. But as that other one showed, not just everything will sell. I can think of a few in the neighborhood right now that they're on a little bit on the higher side, and they've been sitting for a few weeks, getting close to a month now. And so the name of the game is for sellers. There's buyers out there, but they're picky. So you got to price it right. You got to do the little things to get the house showing well. You might need to stage it, do a little bit of maybe paint, a little bit of small stuff here and there to make it look good, and you'll do well as a seller. But buyers, it's kind of a twofold thing. One, be ready to compete. If that great house comes on the market, you got to be ready to step up and go strong, because buyers are willing to do that right now. You saw on that one on Caribbean, it went $30,000 over the list price. We've got a number of properties that are closing in May that have gone well over the list price as well too. So you got to be ready, okay? But take a look and circle back to the ones that haven't sold yet. Trust me, those sellers, after a few weeks of not selling, they understand, shoot, we missed the mark, we're not going to get what we want. If someone would just write me an offer, a lot of times they don't want to lower the price, but they're definitely willing to usually negotiate. And that's usually your best spot as a buyer, to write an offer before that price gets lowered. And then you're not competing with other buyers. If you wait till they lower the price and they do a drastic price reduction, now all of a sudden it's re-stimulated for everybody and you might be competing. So that's what's going on in the market right now. I expect there to continue to be a bit more inventory coming on, nothing too crazy, but some more houses coming up and continuing to be buyers out there. So the ones that are priced right show well. I know I'm a broken record, but those ones will move quickly. The other ones will be sitting. If you're looking for more information on College-Glen, I love helping buyers and sellers in my neighborhood. You can go to my website, College-Glen.realestate.com. Didn't even introduce myself at the beginning. I'm Doug Reynolds, your College-Glen neighborhood real estate expert. If you made it this far, hopefully you're interested in getting my assistance on anything as far as buyers or sellers. Feel free to give me a call, shoot me a text, send me an email. I look forward to talking to you soon, and clear skies.